The money that she earns from this work is able to pay for school fees and materials, and helps her pay the rent, and even buying furniture for home. It's making a huge difference to her life, and she's very grateful for this job. Seeing the need can often be overwhelming, and many people find themselves wanting to help, but they're not sure how. Giving money to a needy cause is usually a quick fix to that desire of wanting to help. But it is a quick fix, it's not a long-term solution, and love never fails, both in the short term and the long term. When I came to Rwanda, I had no business training or experience, and yet that was exactly what I sensed God was calling me to do. I discovered, much to my surprise, when I stepped out in faith, that He had given me an entrepreneurial mind. I also discovered that what's more important than experience is a desire to learn with a humble heart and a hunger for the lost and dying. Someone told me, and I've proved this myself, that God doesn't call the qualified, He qualifies those He calls. And I've come to realise that it's our dependence on Him that He blesses.
The vision God has given me is to help thousands of businesses start up across Rwanda and the continent of Africa, teaching them how they can honour God and be a part of alleviating poverty, which I know blesses His heart. I want to see people discipled within these businesses and people won to Christ, and in turn the business community become a powerful force to influence their nation to the glory of God.
I want to see the day when Africa sends missionaries to all corners of the earth, especially to closed countries where missionaries aren't welcome but businesses are.
I would also love to see a community development school form in YWAM with a business focus, so that YWAMers would be equipped to serve communities in developing countries with a desire for business development. But I can't do all this by myself. To see this vision come to pass, we need a whole army of visionaries working together for these common goals.
Being a businessman within YWAM has posed a few challenges, which I know the leadership are working through at the time of making this film, and I hope and pray that they solve them. Business as Mission is pioneering work, not just within YWAM, but with many missionary organisations across the globe. I know that God wants Christians to be positive influences within the sphere of business, and this will be very difficult, if not almost impossible to do, if we're not actually involved in business directly. Like cutting a new path through a forest, pioneering work is hard, but it's exciting to go to new places and to do new things. And what it is guaranteed is that it will deepen one's trust in God. So why don't you ask God if He wants you to be a business missionary? Perhaps you've got gifts of teaching and helping others. Well, there's definitely a place for you here in Rwanda. Perhaps you've got an entrepreneurial ability. Again, Rwanda's doors are wide open to you. Perhaps you've got skills that you could use to help start up a business, thus helping people out of their poverty, but you don't know that those skills could be used for that purpose. Well, why don't you ask God? He's the source of all creativity to show you, and trust me, He will.
If you'd like to ask me any questions, or you want to get a copy of this film, please get in touch by email cpinrwanda@yahoo.com. I'd love to hear from you, and I'm praying the Lord of the harvest will send workers.